A national civic organization is proposing a monthly flat rate for electricity for places like Soweto. South Africa's largest township owes Eskom almost 20 billion rand. Well, one councillor believes that a flat rate could encourage a culture of payment among Soweto residents. Let's chat to him about this some more now. That's ANC councillor Mpho Sesedinyane. Mpho, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for coming through. How would this work, this is it 150 rand monthly flat rate?
Thank you for having me, and wish to also greet your viewers out there. Look, the issue of a flat rate of 150 rand, it's a program that the National Civic Organization felt that we should actually, enter into such a program, so that we ultimately engage our community, instill a culture of taking responsibility, paying for services, because we believe that after the dawn of democracy, we never went back to the community and tell them. We think the attitude that we, collapsed then the government by then, by not paying for such services. We did not do it under the democratic government. So we felt that perhaps it's one attitude that we need to start working on and ensure that we start encouraging our people to contribute. And when they contribute that amount of money, we must look at all factors. Those that live below poverty lines, those who are unable to put bread on table, we don't also kill them, but to provide them electricity, because it is our view and believe that Eskom's responsibility primary is to provide electricity, not to do profit or to make profit. So therefore, when we encourage our community, and we've got a buy-in from the community that says 150 is a flat rate to give our people that electricity, and they're able to pay that 150, I'm sure with 17 billion that Eskom says Soweto residents are owing, we'll be able to actually cover that amount of money if all residents of Soweto are able
with this 150 rand money. For how long, though? How long is it going to take to, that they would give this concession?
Well, our view is that we must put it within the term of the sitting president. We put it for a period of 5 years, so that you don't increase it, you put it there, so that those who were not necessarily, have an attitude of paying, they're able to even budget properly and say, I'm going to save this 150 to pay for electricity, when I'm paying 100 rand for DSTV and so on. They will be able to. That culture will steadily come in and make sure that our people pay.
So, I'm just trying to figure out, if you say this 150 rand will catch up, will fill that gap, which is the 17 billion or so. Yeah. In the meantime, that they are providing electricity, it's going to add a cost and add a cost. It's going to build up again. So how do we hope to play catch-up? Do you really believe that they will be able to play catch-up with this?
As we speak now, they are providing electricity and they are not paying. There's nothing that is our people are paying. So if they are starting to provide that electricity and they start to contribute that 150, then it will actually catch up in terms of what Eskom is also facing as far as the financial crisis goes through. So it's important that we start somewhere and say, let's ensure that we encourage our people to make that contribution.
So you're in touch with people, you chat to them about their challenges and things. How do you get them to change the culture of non-payment, change the mindset? I mean, it's 25 years later. They know we're not run by an apartheid government. So, how do they continue to use that as I'm going to say, an excuse?
Well, fortunately, we had to, go throughout the city of Johannesburg, go the whole of Soweto, to engage our people as a civic organization, to actually get a buy-in from the people of Soweto, because it has been there that Eskom is actually facing serious challenges, and now we have to start talking to them that we think.
What are they saying? Are they keen? Is this something they're willing to do?
Actually, they're excited. Yeah. They're excited. They're prepared to pay this amount of money and be able to get electricity, and that's one thing that we have achieved, to get a buy-in from the people. Because if your people are not prepared to come through and get a buy-in from them, they're likely to collapse you as well.
So you've taken it to the residents, well, some of them, and like you say,
yes,
they will, most of them seem to be buying in. What about the other side? What about Eskom? What have they had to say about this?
Well, the Eskom attitude has always been that of a extremely stinking attitude, because it had to take us consecutive 4 marches for us to have an opportunity to sit with Eskom and engage with Eskom, so that they understand the type of a package that we're presenting to them in order to bridge this gap and actually have this type of an understanding. Fortunately, now they're coming through. They're able to engage with us. They're able to talk with us, and are able to give a sense. Even though they're still saying we still have to go to a regulator, energy regulator, and still lobby the energy regulator. And once the energy regulator agrees, they are prepared to take what the NERSA says. And it's also one part that we said, it's fine, no problem. We'll go and engage that NERSA and ensure that at the end of the day, our people are able to get electricity. You can imagine, we're sitting here over 6 months now. People don't have electricity because they're expected to pay 6,000 reconnection fee. They're unable to raise that 6,000 in 6 months. So what more if you want to push that and start disconnecting the residents of Soweto? You're creating a serious problem.
Okay, well, let's wait and see. So it's got to be taken to NERSA, and we have to wait and see what happens. That's where we are. All right, thanks very much. Mpho Sesedinyane, ANC councillor, has proposed a 150 Rand monthly flat rate for electricity there for Soweto residents who owe Eskom almost 20 billion Rand.